Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, peace and salutation unto the elect of the nation of Israel. This is your brother Ayash Kabar coming at you with another short lesson that I pray that you find edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And, things are happening in the earth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Prophecies are going forth, and desolation is upon Babylon the Great, as well as the world. A lot of people don't realize how bad it's going to get, and they're just living their day to day as if everything's going to be okay. But when these evils come upon them, they're not going to know where it came from. They're not going to understand that it is the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that's bringing judgment to the world. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 32, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel through. You're about to see cities uninhabited. Those who are alive to see it will actually see cities uninhabited, roads, like paved roads that's not taken care of. Just imagine the movie I Am Legend, where you have the city of Manhattan, I believe, and the roads were just paved with grass. You know what I'm saying? It was just grass everywhere, and wild beasts lived in those areas. Well, those are the days that are coming. Men are going to be weak, because they're not going to understand Salakia. They're not going to understand where all this evil came from. They're not going to understand the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So I'm going to jump to verse 30. I'm going to jump to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and start at verse 5. So I'll be bouncing back and forth. For thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. What's about to happen is a time of fear, a time of trembling, because, these jakes ain't going to know what to do or even how to react when these evils come upon them, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is coming as a thief in the night. And the beauty of it is that he's warned the people, and yet he's still warning the people, and that's you so-called Jakes, you so-called Jakes, and that's you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai still has his prophets out there showing mercy unto you, So very soon, there's going to be a voice of trembling, of fear, There's not going to be peace in the streets, It's just going to be straight up chaos and anarchy, and without a root or law, because this devil, this devil is about to collapse this system, and he's warning you what's about to happen, and the prophets have been warning you what's about to happen for decades, starting with our elder apostles and elders on down. We have been warning you of these up and coming calamities that, no man is going to be able to escape. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you're going to be raptured out of this and you're going to not have to deal with what's coming. No, you're going to have to deal with what's coming. You're going to have to, Salakia, huh. You're going to have to face the medicine. Well, you're going to have to face the music, you know, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai is pissed at this place, especially with you Jakes, you know. You don't want to repent? Fine, no problem. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to bring judgment on you. The book of Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. And we know that a man can't have children, but, he's going to have those pains, in his stomach, those gut-wrenching pains of fear, because even your mighty men is going to fall. Nobody's getting out of what's coming. And for any person to think that, what you have and what you can get is going to get you out of this. No, if you're not covered by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're going to get got, period, point blank. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord ain't with you, you're going to go through, man, you're going to go through some bad times and be put to death. So now there's a time before the doors of mercy shut. And trust me, they're fast, and, that time is fastly approaching, where you're about to see the famine of the word. You're about to witness a all-out shutdown of communications, electricity, food. Salakia Akim, it's early in the morning. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're about to see an all-out shutdown of this infrastructure. And the people ain't going to know how to handle it. They're not going to know where to turn to or even what to do. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness, because it's just going to get that bad. It's going to get that bad where, even your toughest Jake out there, is going to fear the days that's coming. You know what I'm saying? Your Billy Badasses is going to have to go through it, And to the women, it's going to be bad for them as well. A lot of women are about to be manless, and if you have a husband, you could very well look at the fact that, if your husband leaves the house, he might not come back. You know what I'm saying? He might go out for food or go out for resources or whatever, but, he might not ever make it back home. And these are the things that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that every man who leaves his house might not come back, but what I am saying is there's going to be people out there that this happens to, because a great famine is coming. A lot of men are about to die because of the famine. And a lot of men are going to die because of the sword. And when that happens, it's going to leave a lot of women and children just left to what's out there. You know what I'm saying? And they're just going to be totally helpless. You know what I'm saying? And to those women who are into boxing and MMA and this, that, or the other, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That might help you for a minute. But for the most part, you're not stronger than the man. I mean, you might be able to knock out some dudes, but for the most part, when all hell breaks loose, that ain't going to mean nothing. It's not going to benefit you, not one iota. You know what I'm saying? When you run across a man who can put you on your ass. You know what I'm saying? When you run across a man where, a kick won't faze him. Or even if you run across a group of men that will humble your ass quick. So a lot of women are about to be faced with the very harsh reality of not being protected in those days. Why? Because a lot of the men haven't been groomed to deal with what's coming. They don't have that mindset of gore. They don't have the mindset of death. They don't have the mindset of survival, because you don't have to survive on that level during these times, because everything is basically available to you. But but the day is coming very soon where, you know, a lot of people will have to deal with that in particular mindset. So don't find it crazy when you see people not knowing what to do, confounded at their situation, being kicked out of their homes and being burned alive and being hunted down. You know, don't find these times that's coming strange, because it's just going to be just like that. The book of Second Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 33. The virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. A lot of these women are gonna weep and mourn for not having that protection, especially you Jake women, you know, who sat there and believe in this movement that caused you to say that you don't need a man. Yeah, you know, it's easy to make that statement when times are good, but when shit hits the fan on a level that, you know, it keeps hitting that fan, a lot of you women are going to humble down, because you won't have no choice. You won't have no choice but to, you know, deal with your reality that you set forth for yourself. You know, the women shall mourn having no husbands. And a lot of you women, you know, a lot of you women can't even get with your husbands, you know, because you don't even understand what a husband is, you know. That, that first man that you laid with, that went in unto you, that is your husband. And that's the man that you were supposed to be with for the rest of your life, you know, according to the scriptures. But, you know, during the Lord's here in Babylon the Great, you know, he has given you women the freedom, you know, to divorce your husbands and go about and sleep with other men and become adulterers. You know, your husband is still alive, looking at you bone another man. You know, well, not looking at you bone another man in a literal sense, but, you know, seeing you with another man. You know what I'm saying? When in fact that first man was a man you should have been with your entire life, unless he died, of course. But a lot of you women don't even have husbands, you know, and your daughters don't have husbands either. And I'm about to get into that. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. Your daughters ain't going to have the help that you could have had, or you could have provided for her had you stayed with your man. You see, the problem that a lot of you people or women have is that you don't understand the importance of having a man available in the house. You know, you don't understand or even want that structure. You know, a lot of you women deal with chaos. You know, you can't handle structure, you know, and if there's anything structural within your household, you rebel against it, you know, and that's going to be to your demise, because structure is what you need. And then during the time that's coming, without that structure, a lot of you women are just going to fall, you know. Jumping back into the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness. You know, it's going to get bad. Although I probably read that already, but you know, I just wanted to make that point. It's going to get that bad, where a man is going to be in such agonizing pain of fear that he isn't going to know what to do. And if a man doesn't know what to do during those times, these women are asked out. You know, jumping back into the book of Second Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 34. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. So there's going to be a race war, there's going to be a civil war, there's going to be class war, gender wars, world wars. All of these things are coming into Babylon the Great, and a lot of these men are going to be destroyed during these wars, and their husbands shall perish in the famine. So not only are men going to be destroyed in the wars, you're also going to die during the famines. And you know, it's going to be a great famine. You know, it is going to be, you know, it is going to be the type of famine where, you know, you might not eat for a day. Nah, nah, not at all. It's going to be the type of famine where a lot of you, 2/3 is going to eat for weeks, you know, or at all. Because a lot of you men are about to die because of the famine. A lot of you women are going to die for the famine as well. Jumping back into the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. The time that's coming is a time called Jacob's trouble. And it's going to be it's, it's going to be evil. It's going to be gruesome. It's going to be wicked. You know, this devil is coming down having great wrath because he knoweth he had but a short time. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is giving this devil the authority or the ability to just destroy a lot of you who haven't repented. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is you know, is going to judge a lot of you people. You know, judgment is coming. Well, let me rephrase that. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to judge everyone, you know, good or bad, you know, which is why we strive to be accounted worthy to escape these things. Because I keep saying this, I don't want that smoke. I don't want to have to deal with what 2/3 is dealing with. I don't even want to be put in that a lot. And I pray that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has mercy upon me, because these days that are coming, you know, the men of the Lord understands how bad it's going to get, you know, and even we fear, you know, the time that's coming, but we have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua that we will be delivered out of those things. But 2/3 have no idea what's coming, and they don't have the faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua to even be considered to be delivered. And so when the scripture says, but he should be saved out of it, it is referring primarily and specifically and directly to the elect. The elect is going to be saved out of Jacob's trouble. The elect is going to, you know, be saved out of these tribulous times, although we'll be in it. But the elect is going to be saved out of these times. Why? Because the elect, you know, did what Yahweh Shem Yahushua told us to do, provided if I'm one of those men. You know, Abaradazah, I'm one of those men that will be delivered out of the time of trouble, you know. And so when Ezra said, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? You know what I'm saying? He saw a vision of how bad it's going to get. But now that vision is going to be a reality to everyone. To everyone. Everyone is going to live that vision that, you know, Esdras saw. You know, everyone living is going to have to deal with what John the Revelator saw on the Isle of Patmos. So this isn't a likely thing. You know, this is a situation and a time that, you know, requires, you know, you know, people to get in order. You know, now isn't the time of mirth. Now isn't the time to be playing games. Now there's a time for everything. And we're in a time of war. And we have to prepare as such. So a lot of men is going to be going through it. A lot of men is going to be breaking down in tears. A lot of men are going to be worried, not knowing where their next meal come, or worried about if they'll be able to live. You know, I mean, it's just going to be that bad. You know, and you know what I'm saying, your tears isn't going to save you. You know, your whining isn't going to save you out of these evil times that are coming. Yahweh Shem Yahushua has given you mercy in knowing that these times are coming, but a lot of you jakes turned your back on Yahweh Shem Yahushua and refused to repent. And so you're going to have to face the fire. And so with that, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwarash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation unto the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.